So what I decided to do, since it was going to be a little bit more easier and cleaner, which it did turn out to be so, what I did was I just got a spoon, a little sugar spoon, and dipped it in soil and just put it in. And it also helped me to better be able to sift the soil manually to get out these sticks and things. So now what I'm gonna do is just press the soil down, press it down, because you want it to be packed in there. So when you do get ready to get your plant to transplant it to its new area and you pick it up, your whole plant don't fall out. And you'll be a little upset about that. Now that's what I'm doing. Oh, let me let you see what I'm doing. I'm just going through and pressing them down, pressing the soil down until it doesn't go down anymore. And there I am without my gloves on. But at least I'm not touching as much as the soil as I would have been if I had been trying to just pour it in there. So I like this better. A lot less soil off in your tray also. Okay, so we have all of that done. So now what I'm going to do is get my sprayer and fill it up with distilled water. And you know, I don't know what's going on, guys, but we're having a shortage on distilled water. So I'm having the hardest time because I use a lot of distilled water. I use it to water my house plants. I use it to put in the humidifiers to give my house plants humidity, and the rest of us in this house humidity, because don't nobody want to go looking around like crocodile skin out here in a dirty desert. And I do have a review coming up on that humidifier that I unboxed. Okay, so wish me luck, because this thing has been going crazy and I cannot find the number to the company online. So let me get my seeds out of the way. I don't want any water getting on my seed packets. And hopefully the phone will be okay. So I think this may be enough. So let's see. Yep, just the way I want it. How you would act up. As many times as I pumped you. There we go. Okay, so that's all I wanted to do was mist the top. Then I'm gonna take my little handy little Phillip head and just put me some little small holes right there. You don't want them to be too deep because we are dealing with some small seeds. So there you go. So now what I'm going to do is show you another way to do some things before you drop those seeds in the ground. And I forgot my nail, so let me go get my nail. Okay guys, so I am back with my garden series, Gardening on a Budget. And this is going to be part 2. So, well, not of what you just saw, but this is part 2 of the whole video, because I have a part 1 where I talk about food grade buckets. Okay, so I already showed you the toilet paper rolls and how I put the soil in, regular soil, the same soil you would use if you direct sow. No need to go out and buy starter soil, which is crazy. So the next thing I want to show you guys is how to label what you're growing. You know, they have these little, let me find one. Just a moment. They have these little popsicle sticks right here. You know, you write stuff on, they fade off. And then they have the little white little burpee tabs you stick in there. You write things on, they fade off. Then they even have the plastic ones. You know, you write on there, not only do they fade off, they break. So here is a better way to make you some garden label tags without the cost and without them not lasting you. These are gonna last. So just any old aluminum can, it can be a drink can, you know, a soda can, a beer can, a water can, whatever, as long as it's an aluminum can. Now, not the cans that you get your beans and things like that in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this nail, let me put it down so you can see it. So I'm gonna take this nail right here, and I'm gonna take this and knock a hole in this can. And the reason why I've done that is so I can try to start a cut. And see, these are my KitchenAid scissors, so I'm not going to use that long. They're just sharper than these. Okay, I got the cut started. So what you want to do, you're going to cut around this can. Okay, so you got that off. Now, you know you're going to have these straggly edges, so be careful not to cut yourself. But we're going to go in, we're going to clean these edges up, okay? And we're going to cut across here. All right, got that piece. So let's go and smooth these ends up where they were a little straggly from that first cut. Smooth that out. The rest of them are okay. So we're going to cut this in half. We're going to cut this in half. This one maybe can go 3 times. Let's see. 1 cut. So yeah, there you go. Thinking about it. Let's cut this again. So we have a few more labels. We're gonna leave this one as is. Okay. So now you have your garden labels. So one of the plants that I mentioned that I'm gonna grow Aroma Tomato. Now you can get you a regular ink pen, but I'm gonna do it with just a simple nail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and write Roma. So there you go. Let me get this out of the way. There you go, Roma Tomato. You don't have to worry about it fading. You don't have to worry about it, the spelling going off, fading, breaking, or anything. So then what you can do, since you're going to be doing these starts, you can take the starts, take your label, because you know it's already kind of round, but you can make it a little more round because it's aluminum, and just stick it right there. And let me turn it around. Let me turn this around. Now you see that that's your Roma Tomato, okay? Your Roma Tomato. Now we already punched holes in these yesterday. Oh, and let me tell you. So, I ended up having a bad flare. I'm not all the way back, so let me give you a few little warnings. If I start slurring my words, I'm not drunk. If I start repeating myself, I'm not high. If I start messing up on this video and saying something crazy, I'm not under the influence of anything but my neurological disease. So let's just get that out of the way. Okay, so it knocked me down for 2 days. I was in the bed for 2 days. I'm not totally back, but I can sit in this chair and do some of this, do as much as I can. If I get tired, I'll stop. So we already got our little holes punched in for the seeds to go in. So what you want to do is, you know what? I think I took my seeds away with me. I'll be right back. Let me go get these seeds. Okay, so all the labels are now done for the tomatoes that I'm going to plant. These 2 extra ones are going to be for the peppers, and I'm going to put 2 more in there so I can do the 4 peppers. So since some days has passed, I'm going to go ahead and mist these again before I put the seeds in. So episode 3 on the Garden on the Budget series is going to be how to grow food when you don't have the money for wood, the money for soil, nor the space to grow it in. Series 4, or episode 4, is going to be how to fertilize your vegetable plants on a budget. Things you can do. You don't have to go buy that fertilizer from the store. So let's see, what was the first one? The first one was the Roma Tomato. So the only reason why I'm doing this on video is so you can see how to plant your seeds the proper way. Some people just go, okay, that's a good one. Let's see, can I find another big one? Okay, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do those 2. Okay. So, majority of people, they just take their seeds and they just toss them into the ground. into the seed pod or what have you. But this is what you want to do. Let me get it on here so I can show you. Okay, these tweezers are not acting right. But hold on a second. Let me stop this until I can get it on. Okay, so I'm back now. So I hope what I'm trying to do is going to work this time, since I got me some better utensils or equipment. Okay, so I got the seed. So you can see the seed. I don't know if you can see it or not. But anyway, right here on the tip of the seed is a little point. That is where the I forgot the name of the thing. Anyway, that's where the seed is going to start growing out. So what you want to do, let me make sure this is Roma. Yep. Wait a minute, is that Roma? Yeah, that's Roma. And I just dropped the freaking seed. So now I got to pick it up again with these tweezers. So what you want is you want this pointed end to go in first. You want that to go in first. Okay, it's in there. And then you want to get your second one and you want it to go in, point it down. So now you got that in there. So then you cover that up. Now, the reason why you want that end to go down in there first is because if you just drop the seed in the hole and it's not pointed down to where it sprout out of, it's going to cause that seed to take up a lot of energy just to turn over to get right so it can germinate and sprout. So that's why I do that. I want to give it a helping hand. Now, I'm not going to do the rest of these seeds. I'm just showing you this much. And another thing I wanted to show you, since this is gardening on a budget, you know you have to water your plants, right? And I know on Lowe's and Home Depot, these things are expensive, but these are some soaker hoses. You know, you can go and poke bigger holes in here to make them, you know, do more than just the soaker hoses. But you can get I got this from the 99-cent only store for $1.99. $1.99. And you can take it. What I would do is I would take it and I would put it down maybe 3 or 4 inches up under the soil and put it off in there and hook it up to the water hose and turn it on when you need to, and you know, put that other soil on top of it. So it's going to be right there in the center because you only need 8 inches of soil to grow your vegetables. So 4 feet under the soil, it'll be half. And turn it on. And then in another episode, I'm also going to show you another way to make a sprinkler system or a drip line system on a budget without having to spend a whole lot of money to do so. So this is going to be episode 2 for this one. Episode 1, I have to go and finish it up a little bit because my alarm clock went off for that morning, and I'm thinking I'm still recording, and I wasn't recording a thing. It knocked my recording off. So a whole lot of things I was saying on there didn't get recorded. So I got to go and patch that video up. So episode 3 will be how to garden on a budget when you don't have money for wood or garden boxes or pots and things like that. I'm going to show you some things you can do and some things you can get that's cheap where you can grow your food. Happy gardening, guys.